Good evening. It is September 23rd, and we're at Hudson High School for a conference match between the Eau Claire North Huskies and the Hudson Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's match is between the Eau Claire North Huskies and the Hudson Raiders. Let me please remind you of sportsmanship and expectations of the players play and let the officials appreciate. Please rise and move your hats to respect our national anthem sung by Hudson, Megan Kelly, Tessa Lockton, Elizabeth Delarty, Eric Nelson, and Caleb Officer.
We have a good crowd here tonight. The teams are getting ready for the first match. This is a conference match. Eau Claire is in our conference along with Chippewa Falls, Menominee, River Falls. And tonight there'll be a possible of 5 games, but the winner of the first 3 games will be the winner of the match. The first 4 games will be played to 25 with no caps, and you must win by 2. A 5th game, if necessary, will be played to 15, must win by 2 and no caps. Eau Claire North has always been a very strong volleyball school. They have taken the Big Rivers Conference Championship many times. With the introductions made, the players are going to take the court. The down ref is checking rotations on both sides before we begin. We have a good crowd in the stands tonight. Please join us for other varsity volleyball games. You can find them all on the Hudson High School website. Hudson is serving first. Lindsay Burton being the first server of the evening. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. But something else must have happened. I do believe I saw a lift signal. So there was a lift called, so Eau Claire does get the point. They're on the board first. Substitution. Natalie is coming in for Cammie. That's an ace for Eau Claire. Alicia's ball goes into the net, a point for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 3, Hudson has 0. That's an ace for Eau Claire. The Huskies have 4, the Raiders have 0. Natalie's ball is hit out of bounds. Eau Claire goes cross court for a point. Huskies have 6. The Raiders have 0. Ball hits the ceiling but is under control by Eau Claire. Drops in on the Hudson side for a point for Eau Claire. Ball is hit out of bounds by Alicia. Point for the Huskies. Timeout being called by Hudson. Hudson has 0. Eau Claire has 8. Hudson has taken 1 timeout this game. Eau Claire has taken 0. Eau Claire continues to serve. Interesting little up, but it worked. Block at the net by Rachel and Alicia. Point for Hudson. The next server is Kat for Hudson. Kat's ball is served out of bounds. Down ref checking a rotation. Signal is now given for Eau Claire to serve. Nicely dug up by Eau Claire. Four hits on the Eau Claire side. Point for Hudson. Next server is Alicia. At the net by Rachel and Morgan. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 3. Eau Claire has 9. Natalie hits that one over, dug up by Eau Claire. Player in the net on the Hudson side. Morgan taps that one over. And that's a kill for Rachel. Substitution, Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. Hudson has 4. Eau Claire has 10. The next server is Amber. That's a kill for Jennifer. Deep serve there by Amber. Block at the net, and Morgan taps it over. And the overpass is taken care of by Eau Claire. Substitution on the Eau Claire team. Hudson has 5, Eau Claire has 11. For Jennifer. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Natalie. And the next server is Cammie. It hit the ceiling as it went over the net, so it is ruled out of bounds. So that is a point for Eau Claire. Deep pushover by Jennifer. In behind the blockers. Nice hit by Kat, but still dug up by Eau Claire. That was a nice save by the Hudson girls. Nice block by Jennifer and Morgan. Point for Hudson. Substitution. Alicia is coming in for Morgan, and the next server is Katie. Knuckled over by Kat. Tapped over the net by Eau Claire. Falls in on the Hudson side. Eau Claire has 14, Hudson has 7. Is blocked at the net. That's a kill for Kat. Substitution. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Deep serve by Lindsay. That's a kill for Rachel as she pushes it past the blocker. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. Hudson has 10. Eau Claire has 15. One timeout has been called by each team so far this game. Alicia pushes that one back over. Rachel pushes that one back over. Can't get to that one, so it drops in. Point for Eau Claire. Substitution on the Eau Claire side. we have a shoe situation here. Occasionally things need to be fixed while everyone's getting lined up. Don't want anyone to have a loose shoelace flopping around there and causing an injury. Now I think things are ready to begin. There's the signal. Rachel brings that one over the net. That ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. And Hudson Raider cheering squad is doing their job. Brittany is blocked at the net. Hudson has 12, Eau Claire has 17. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Cat is blocked at the net on a back row attack. Point for Eau Claire. Lift being called on Eau Claire. Point for Hudson. Katie comes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. That's an ace for Alicia. Brittany hits that one over. Drops in behind the blockers. Points for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 19. Hudson has 14. Brittany finds a back line for a point and a kill. Substitution, Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. The next server is Amber. Block at the net. Morgan and Jennifer block at the net. Point for Hudson. Nice hit by Brittany. Good teamwork. All three, the pass, the set, the kill. Hudson has 17, Eau Claire has 19. blocked at the net. Point for Eau Claire. Substitution on the Eau Claire side. Hudson has 17, Eau Claire has 20. That's a kill for Jennifer. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Nice try by Cammie, but it pops out of bounds. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Hudson has 18, Eau Claire has 21. That's a kill for Morgan. Morgan goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. That's a kill for Eau Claire for a point. That's a kill by Kat. Substitution. Lindsay and Rachel are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. That's a kill for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 23. Hudson has 20. This game has tightened up quite a bit since the beginning. That's a point for Eau Claire. This is game point. Hudson has called a timeout. Hudson crowd trying to rile up the girls. This is game point for Eau Claire. They have 24. Hudson has 20. Rachel is blocked at the net, and that is a point for Eau Claire. They have taken the first game of the match with the final score of Hudson 20 and Eau Claire North at 25. There'll be a brief timeout while the players switch sides and get ready for game 2. We are about ready to begin the second game of the match between the Hudson Raiders and the Eau Claire North Huskies. The Huskies won the first game of the match. The first one to win 3 games will be the winner of the match. Eau Claire will be serving first this game. That's an ace for Eau Claire North. They're on the board first. Overpass. down by the Huskies. Ball comes down on the Hudson side. Eau Claire has 3, Hudson has 0. Pile up under the net, but it drops in on the Hudson side. Nice hit by Rachel. Eau Claire puts it into the net. Substitution. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. Hudson has 1. Eau Claire has 4. First server is Kat. That's an ace for Kat. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Brittany is blocked at the net. Hudson has 2, Eau Claire has 5. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Net serve by Eau Claire. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. That's a kill for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 6. Hudson has 3. Katie pops that ball out of bounds. Can't get under that ball. Hudson has 3. Eau Claire has 8. Net serve. Substitution, Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The next server is Amber. Ball is out of bounds by Eau Claire. Nicely dug up by Katie. The set goes out of bounds. Hudson has 5, Eau Claire has 9. Substitution made on the Eau Claire side. That hit over the net is by Morgan for a point. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. That's an ace for Cammie. Tip over the net. Point for Eau Claire. Hudson has 7. Eau Claire has 10. Player in the net on the Hudson side. That's a kill for Eau Claire. Ball is in the net. Timeout being called by Hudson. And we're about ready to begin. Down ref just checking rotation. One timeout has been called so far this game, and that's by Hudson. That's a kill by Cat. Rolls along the tape, heads out of bounds, but it was touched by the blockers last. So that means it's a point for Hudson. Morgan comes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. Player in the net on the Eau Claire side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 9. Eau Claire has 13. Slips that one right through the blockers for a point. Cat pushes that one back over. having some jousting here at the net. Jennifer ends it with the kill. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. There's our girls. Here's a look at the crowd tonight. Quite a few of the bleachers are full. Hudson has 11. Eau Claire has 13. One timeout has been taken by each team this game. Block at the net by Alicia and Kat. Alicia finishes it up with the block. Hudson has 12. Eau Claire has 13. And Alicia, but it does head out of bounds, so that's a point for Eau Claire. Net serve by Eau Claire. Substitution, Rachel and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Nicely dug by Katie. That's a kill for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 15. Hudson has 13. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Brittany is coming in for Cammie. The next server is Kat. On the ball by Eau Claire. It's a point for Hudson. The score is tied at 15. Point for Eau Claire. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Point for Eau Claire. That's a kill for Rachel. Katie comes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Hudson has 16, Eau Claire has 17. Dug up by Kat, but unable to contain the ball. Alicia goes out, Katie comes in. That's a kill by Morgan. Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Lindsay and Rachel. Hudson has 17, Eau Claire has 18. The next server is Amber. That's a block by Morgan. Ball is hit out of bounds by Brittany. Drops in on the Eau Claire side, 4 hits. Hudson has 18, Eau Claire has 20. Cammie is coming in for Brittany, and the next server is Cammie. That overpass is attacked by Morgan. Hudson has 19, Eau Claire has 20. Score is tied at 20. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. A lot of thunder in the gym. The score is tied at 20. Once again, this game is taken to 25. You must win by 2 and no caps, which means it could go to 30-31, 50-51, and so on and so on. I have seen games get up into the 30s when you have 2 very evenly matched teams. 2 timeouts have been taken by Eau Claire this game, 1 by Hudson. Signal to begin. Net serve by Cammie. Substitution by Eau Claire. That's the kill by Kat. Nice cross-court shot. The score is tied at 21. Morgan has come out, Alicia has come in, and the next server is Katie. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Hudson has 22, Eau Claire has 21. Block at the net. 4 hits on Eau Claire. Hudson has 23. Eau Claire has 21. By Eau Claire. This is game point for Hudson. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Hudson has 24, Eau Claire has 21. Everybody knows one more point. Jennifer's ball is hit into the net. Point for Eau Claire. Still game point for Hudson. That's a kill by Kat and game. Hudson wins game 2 of the match with a final score of Hudson 25, Eau Claire 22. There'll be a brief timeout while Hudson and Eau Claire switch sides and get ready for game 3. We are about ready to begin game 3 of the match between the Eau Claire Huskies and the Hudson Raiders. Each team has won a single game, so this will be going to at least 4 games. Lindsay is the first server for Hudson. Nicely dug. Player in the net on the Hudson side. Point for Eau Claire. Blast through the blockers for a point. The score is tied at 1. Substitution being made. Brittany is coming in for Cammie, and the next server is Kat. Drops down in front of the blockers. A point for Eau Claire. went around the outside of the antenna. That's ruled out of bounds. Must cross between the antennas. Morgan is in, Katie is out, and the next server is Alicia. The score is tied at 2. Lindsay taps that over the net. That's a kill by Eau Claire. Alicia goes out. Katie comes in. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Eau Claire North has 3. Hudson has 2. Block is hit out of bounds. Point for Hudson. Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The score is tied at 3. Amber is the next server. And some mishandling there on the Husky side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 4. Eau Claire has 3. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Jennifer hits that ball out of bounds. Substitution on the Eau Claire side. The Raiders have 5. The Huskies have 4. Net serve by the Huskies. Substitution. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Nicely dug up by the Eau Claire. And that's a kill for Cammie. A little bit of miscommunication on the Eau Claire side, and it kind of drops down between them. Nice block. But Eau Claire recovers for the point. Hudson has 5. Hudson has 7. Eau Claire has 5. That's a point for Eau Claire. The blocker's fingers before heads out of bounds. That's a point for Hudson. That was Jennifer with the kill. Morgan goes out. Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. kill for Cat. Hudson has 9. Eau Claire has 6. Gets in front of the blockers. A point for Eau Claire. Substitution on the Eau Claire side. The Raiders have 9. The Huskies have 7. That's a kill by Cat. Substitution. Rachel and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. Hudson has 10. Eau Claire North has 7. And the next server is Lindsay. Was a tip shot by Eau Claire for a point. Substitution on the Eau Claire side. And Cammie gets the kill. Point for Hudson. Brittany is coming in for Cammie, and the next server is Kat. Hudson has 11. Eau Claire has 8. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Blocked at the net. Hudson has 12. Eau Claire North has 9. That's a kill by Rachel. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. That's a kill by Eau Claire. Alicia goes out, Katie comes in. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Ball is cleared by Kat. Through the blocker. Point for Eau Claire. That's another kill for Rachel. She finds the back corner. Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. Hudson Raiders have 14. Eau Claire North Huskies have 11. The next server is Amber. for Eau Claire North. Substitution for North. That's an ace for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 13, Hudson has 14. Nice save by Amber. That's a kill for Brittany. Cammie is coming in for Brittany, and the next server is Cammie. Hudson has 15, Eau Claire has 13. That's a kill for Jennifer. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Net serve by Cammie. Cleared by Cammie. That's a kill by Kat. Hudson has 17, Eau Claire has 14. Kat hits that ball out of bounds. Substitution made on the Eau Claire side. That one over for a point. Hudson has 18, Eau Claire has 15. Lindsay and Rachel have come in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. Very excited fans in the crowd. Eau Claire always gives us a good match. No matter who wins and loses, this has been one of the best games I have seen Hudson play this year. I guess we got some action. It's alligator, alligator, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Get my camera readjusted here. Hudson Raiders have 19. Eau Claire North Huskies have 15. One timeout has been taken so far this game, and that's been by the Huskies. Player in the net on the Eau Claire side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 20. Eau Claire has 15. Four hits on the Eau Claire side. Point for Hudson. Hudson has 21. Eau Claire has 15. Trickle over the net by Lindsay, but it gets over. And that block comes back over on the Hudson side. Point for Eau Claire. Substitution for Eau Claire. Brittany is coming in for Cammie, and the next server is Kat. Hudson has 22. Eau Claire North has 16. Forces that through the blockers. A point for Hudson. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. It's knock, knock, who's there? Raider power everywhere. Knock, knock, woo! Sometimes you can't hear it. Hudson has 23. Eau Claire has 16. There's going to be some very tired girls tonight after this hard playing match. Down ref checking rotations. Brittany forces that one through. Point for Hudson. This is game point. 1 point more for Hudson to take this game. Dig up by Cat. Lands down in on the Hudson side. Brittany is blocked at the net. Still game point for Hudson. Hudson has 24. Eau Claire North has 17. Alicia with the kill and the final point. Hudson has taken 2 games in this match. Eau Claire has taken 1. There'll be a brief timeout while Hudson switches sides. Gets ready for the next game. 1 more game is what they're saying. Thunder has begun. We are about ready to begin the 4th game of the match between the Hudson Raiders and the Eau Claire North Huskies. If Hudson wins this game, the match will be over. If Eau Claire North wins this game, the match will be taken to a 5th game. The Huskies will be serving first. Eau Claire's on the board first. That's an ace for Eau Claire. Net serve by Eau Claire. Huskies have 2, the Raiders have 1. The next server is Kat. Cammie's gone out. Brittany comes in. That's a kill for Eau Claire North. Brittany is blocked at the net. Eau Claire has 4. Hudson has 1. Nope, that wasn't out. That was in. Well, something changed. I guess it was out. Katie goes out. Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. That's a kill for Brittany. Hudson has 2. Eau Claire has 5. Drops in on the Hudson side. Set is pushed out of bounds. Point for Eau Claire. Net serve by Eau Claire. Substitution, Jennifer and Amber are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. The Huskies have 7, the Raiders have 3. The next server is Amber. Brittany pushes that one over for the point. Ball is hit out of bounds by Eau Claire. Hudson has 5. Eau Claire has 7. That's a kill by Eau Claire. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. The Huskies have 8, the Raiders have 5. That's a kill for Brittany. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Jennifer taps that one over. Amber finishes getting that over. Eau Claire hits that out of bounds. Hudson has 7. Eau Claire has 8. That's an ace for Cammie. The score is tied at 8. That's a kill for Eau Claire. Hudson has 8. Eau Claire has 9. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Heck's ball is hitting the net. Lift being called on Hudson. Point for Eau Claire. Hudson has 8. Eau Claire has 12. Nice block at the net. But Eau Claire slips it right past them for a point. Morgan is blocked at the net. Timeout being called by Hudson. One timeout has been taken this game, and that's been by Hudson. Hudson has 8. Eau Claire North has 13. tip over by Cat. Ball was hit into the net by Eau Claire. Morgan goes out, Alicia comes in, and the next server is Katie. Ball is hit out of bounds. By Eau Claire. Hudson has 11, Eau Claire has 13. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. Nicely recovered by Katie. Up past the blockers for a kill. Hudson has 11. Eau Claire North has 14. Net serve by Eau Claire. Substitution. Rachel and Lindsay are coming in for Amber and Jennifer. The next server is Lindsay. Ball is hit out of bounds. Nice quick move by Lindsay to get out of the way. Hudson has 13. Eau Claire has 14. Nice hit by Cat, but dug up. Out of bounds because it hit the ceiling. Point for Hudson. The score is tied at 14. Ball is hit into the net by Eau Claire. Timeout being called by Eau Claire. Hudson has 15. Eau Claire North has 14. This is the fourth game of a potential 5-game match. Hudson has won games 2 and 3. Eau Claire North won game 1. If Hudson wins this game, the match will be over. If Eau Claire North wins this game, the match will continue to a 5th game. There's been a lot of excellent play going on in this match. Each side has taken one timeout so far in this game. Block at the net by Cat. That one into the net. Point for Eau Claire. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. The score is tied at 15. Substitution was made on Eau Claire side. Nicely dug up by Katie. Lift being called on Hudson. Eau Claire has the lead again. They have 16. Hudson has 15. Cat clears the ball to the back. Alicia's called in the net. Point for Eau Claire. That's a kill for Rachel. Brittany is coming in for Cammie, and the next server is Kat. Point for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 18, Hudson has 16. That's a kill for Brittany. Katie goes out, Morgan comes in, and the next server is Alicia. Up over Morgan's head, behind her, point for Eau Claire. Eau Claire has 19. Hudson has 17. Ball is hit out of bounds by Rachel. That's a kill by Morgan. Amber and Jennifer are coming in for Rachel and Lindsay. Hudson has 18. Eau Claire has 20. The next server is Amber. Tipped over the net by Brittany. The block is hit out of bounds. Jennifer gets the point. Hudson has 19. Eau Claire has 20. Eau Claire finds the back corner. Eau Claire has 21, Hudson has 19. Jennifer's ball is hit out of bounds. Timeout being called by Hudson. Very exciting game going on tonight. Hudson's taken 2 timeouts this game. Eau Claire has taken 1. Hudson has 19. Eau Claire has 22. That's a kill for Brittany. Cammie is coming in for Brittany. The next server is Cammie. Hudson has 20. Eau Claire has 22. Pushed back over by Hudson. Morgan finds the hole and the point gets the point. Timeout being called by Eau Claire North. Hudson Raiders have 21. Eau Claire North Huskies have 22. This game is played to 25, but you must win by 2. Pushes it back over, gets the point. The score is tied at 22. Cat pushes that one back over. For the point, Hudson has 23. Eau Claire North has 22. Hudson has 24. Eau Claire has 22. Cat is blocked at the net. Sorry about the camera. Substitution being made on the Eau Claire side. This is still game points for Hudson. Player in the net on the Eau Claire side. Hudson has won the game and the match. This is one of the first times Hudson has won Eau Claire North. Hudson is extremely excited, and so are the fans. Hudson has won the game and the match with the final score in Game 4 of Hudson 25, Eau Claire 23. Hudson thanking their fans and their family and friends. Hudson has taken this match 3-1. Eau Claire won the first game. Hudson won games 2, 3, and 4. Thank you for joining us tonight for Raider Volleyball. Please come out and see some more exciting games from the Hudson Volleyball team. You can find all the games from freshman to varsity on the Hudson School District web pages. Just get onto your internet and look them up, and it'll tell you where and when and what time all the games are. Thank you for joining us. Once again, Hudson has won the match against Eau Claire North. Good night.